incredible impact on not only my life, but our family and our optimism for the future. Apparently, the person who invited you thinks highly of you and believes this information could be a game changer for you as well. So with that in mind, I'd like to ask you to put aside distractions, if possible, and really be present over the next few minutes. I'm assuming that if you're like most of us on this webinar, you're probably not necessarily living the life that we've always dreamed of as a child. You know, we're blessed to live in North America, a continent that's been referred to around the world as a land of opportunity, where no matter where you come from or what your race or nationality is, you can create success for you and your family and live the North American dream. Yet sadly, it seems that too many of us are giving up on that dream. Too many of us are struggling just to get by. We're buried in debt, losing hope that we can live a better life. And even those fortunate few who are making a great income too often don't have the time freedom to actually enjoy it. But I do have good news for you. Many, like our family, are rebelling against the idea of the 40-40-40 plan. You know what I mean. Working for at least 40 hours a week for at least 40 years, only to retire on just 40% of the income that wasn't even sufficient in the first place. Did you know that according to USA Today, millennials are earning 20% less than their parents did at the same age? Yet sadly, almost 2 out of 3 don't have enough savings to pay for a $500 car repair or a $1,000 emergency room bill. Did you know that according, though, to Inc.com, the average net worth of U.S. entrepreneurs surveyed is $4 million? Like most people, perhaps you've at least considered pursuing the idea or dream of owning your own business. I mean, $4 million in the bank sounds great, right? But the reality is that according to Bloomberg News, 80% of startups fail in just the first 18 months. Scary, right? But what if it was possible? What if it was possible for you to begin owning your own successful business startup for less than $100 and actually succeed? What if it provided financial freedom for you? What if it provided time freedom to spend with family and friends? What if it gave you opportunities to travel the world? Now, this might really shock you, but what if your business startup allowed you to engage in a cause and a mission that's actually changing the world by filling one of the greatest needs in the 21st century? Well, I'm here to tell you that this can actually become a reality through what I refer to as the people's franchise. Please allow me to share just a little bit of my story and how it led to this incredible business concept that I'm going to share with you. In the past, I thought I could make the greatest difference by serving as a state congressman. During my time in public office, I served on the Small Business and Job Creation Committee, where I helped lead a statewide initiative to find solutions to the challenges that often stand in the way of small business owners and their ability to succeed. Based upon this data and my own personal experience as a business owner, I'm going to share with you how you can start your own successful business while overcoming the 3 biggest challenges that often stand in the way of success. I hope you'll listen closely, because I believe the next 20 to 30 minutes could literally change your life forever. So let's take a look at what are the 3 biggest reasons that 80% of businesses fail. According to a study by CB Insights, the number 1 cause of business failure is simply a lack of true market need for their product or service. The second reason is a lack of knowledge and skill to succeed. And the third reason is a lack of sufficient capital. According to Business News Daily, nearly 70% of those surveyed who want to own a business said a lack of money is preventing them from doing so. So here's the good news. I'm going to introduce you to a company out of Silicon Valley with an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau that is literally redefining the world of startups by helping entrepreneurs overcome all 3 of those challenges we just spoke about. That's right, all 3. We're helping the average person succeed by identifying a product niche that fills a real need in the marketplace. And then number 2, we're providing a simple turnkey system to succeed. And then number 3, and finally, we make business ownership affordable to anyone with just $100. So, sound too good to be true? Let's take a closer look at the first. Offering a product or service that fills a real need is, in my opinion, absolutely the most critical piece. We've all seen people make money. perhaps even big money selling hype and junk. But most of the time, it doesn't last. And worse, in the end, it doesn't bring true happiness. Enjoying what you do and knowing that you're offering value to others are critical cofactors for a happy and a fulfilled life. Plus, who says you can't make a great income at the same time while serving others? Next, if you're going to enjoy long-term success, you want to build a business in an industry that's growing and expanding. For example, you wouldn't want to be selling cassette tapes or even CDs in a world that's gone digital, or getting into the taxi business when Uber and Lyft and soon driverless cars are disrupting that industry. So what's a rapidly growing industry that shows no signs of slowing? To answer this question, let me go back to my story and how I happened upon what I believe is the most exciting business opportunity of the 21st century. Growing up, I discovered the value of good health while watching my mother suffer for many years with serious health challenges. And through this, I developed a passion for health and wellness. So naturally, after getting elected as a state congressman, I hope to serve on the health committee. Now, keep in mind that the largest budget expenditure at the federal level and state level is healthcare. Now, what I discovered will shock you and possibly even anger you like it did me. When I got to the Capitol and requested to serve on health committee, I was told, good luck with that. Do you know why it was so hard to get on that committee? Well, I soon discovered the reason that so many wanted on this committee was because drug companies wrote huge checks to all the elected officials on the committee. Now, this, of course, made the drug companies a lot of friends, resulting in a lot of power and influence to continue spending government money on treatment rather than prevention. Did you know that less than 1 penny out of every dollar is spent on healthcare is on prevention? So it's no wonder that we're living in a world where 3 out of 4 deaths is caused by lifestyle diseases like heart disease, cancer, or diabetes. The hard reality is that we'll all be dead if we wait on government to solve this problem. While at the same time, drug companies are making a fortune selling high-priced drugs to the victims of the chronic disease epidemic. Former U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Richard Carmona recently said, "We spend about $3 trillion a year on what we call healthcare, but it's really just sick care, not healthcare." So what's the solution? Today, there's a growing awareness of the important roles that diet, exercise, weight management, and supplements play when it comes to reversing the sickness trend and enjoying buoyant, vibrant health. After all, isn't that what we all want? So after speaking with doctors and scientists about our chronic disease epidemic, I came to the conclusion that the only way to solve this major problem is by building a large grassroots movement to educate and empower the public with solutions. Except this grassroots movement will be led by social entrepreneurs. You may be asking, well, what is a social entrepreneur? Google's definition of a social entrepreneur is this: a person who establishes a business with the aim of solving social problems or affecting social change. I got to tell you, I'm proud to be a social entrepreneur. And I strongly believe that free enterprise and capitalism in the hands of a social entrepreneur can be the most powerful force for good by providing solutions to major problems facing society today. A few years ago, I was approached by the Brassfield family, who shared their bold and strategic plan to partner with social entrepreneurs to end the trend of sickness and obesity right here in North America through the launch of the Neolife Wellness Club. Now, I already knew of this company's 60 plus years of scientific breakthroughs and the clinical trials behind their products since they had turned my mother's health around 26 years ago. I quickly realized that with the launch of the Neolife Wellness Club, I had just discovered what I believe, as I said earlier, is the most exciting business opportunity of the 21st century. Let me give you a little background. This company began in the U.S. in 1958 after nearly a 10-year hospital research study that resulted in a breakthrough foundational product that feeds and nourishes the cells, allowing nutrients to get in, waste products to get out, and after all, we're no healthier than our cells. And it was during the 60s and 70s, during those 2 decades, was a period of incredible growth in the U.S. market. However, Over the last couple of decades, the majority of the company's focus turned to international markets, where in some countries, in Africa and Europe, the company became a household name. The founder, Jerry, and his daughter, Kendra Brassfield, the CEO, proved they were committed to investing the resources necessary to launch this market and turn this company from a best-kept secret into a household name across North America. At that point, I decided to leave public office and commit myself fully to this cause. And I'll tell you, I've never been more passionate or excited about the future and the opportunity that we have to provide entrepreneurs with the opportunity and the platform to build thriving businesses while impacting their communities in a very positive way. The timing really couldn't be better, as consumers are more aware than ever of the need for good nutrition, yet at the same time, it's never been more difficult to discern between a quality product versus hyped up junk. Consumers are skeptical, and for good reason, considering recent national headlines. According to data from the FDA, nearly 800 dietary supplements contained unapproved drug ingredients. Now, these are products that were just randomly selected across health food stores and grocery stores and so forth across North America. The study authors said the presence of prescription medicines, often at unknown concentrations, means these supplements are essentially unapproved drugs that could be harmful to users' health. Neolife's 61-year spotless track record, on the other hand, and their major human clinical trials behind their products position them strategically to provide exactly what consumers want and need in order to end the trend of chronic sickness and live healthy, vibrant lives. Today, by God's grace, we're experiencing tremendous growth by training and equipping entrepreneurs who we refer to as promoters who, you guessed it, promote our free wellness club. We have a threefold strategy to end the trend of sickness, and I'll quickly explain each. Neolife's products, Neolife provides educational resources and a supportive community, and I'm going to give you three quick examples of the many resources we provide through this free wellness club. First, we provide nutritional seminars with world-renowned scientists and doctors. And the second, we provide educational resources through apps, podcasts, videos, and our blog, etc. And then third, we provide Be Your Best fitness and weight loss challenges where we give away literally hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash, prizes, and travel to incentivize people to lose weight and get fit. In other words, again, to be their best. The second area that we provide is a wholesale buying club where members can receive 15 to as much as 30% off over 100 different health products in three categories. Let's take a look at that. We provide clinically proven nutritional supplements that are whole food concentrates, beyond organic, and GMO free. Next, we provide organic, patented seed-based skincare and personal care products to protect our largest organ, our skin. One example of this is our Instalift eye gel that was proven in clinical trials to decrease wrinkles up to 40% in just 30 minutes. And then finally, the next area is we provide environmentally responsible residential and commercial cleaners that are safe enough for children, yet effective cleaning your home and cleaning, again, commercial applications. Okay, the third major area is we provide the opportunity to leverage the power of social networking in two ways. First, we incentivize our club members, which are, you can also refer to as our customers, to help us in the trend by giving them a health pack free once they refer just 3 or more friends through our 3 for Free program. And then next, we partner with entrepreneurs to promote our wellness club while earning an exciting part-time or a full-time income. It could be a full-time income earned part-time. But promoters simply follow our business building system, which relies on sharing educational resources and product samples. Based upon the growth that we're already experiencing, it's obvious that Neolife is uniquely positioned to dominate this rapidly growing health and wellness industry, but I don't just want you to take my word for it. At this point, I'd like to introduce you to Alan Blaine. He and his wife of 26 years, Nicole, started out as a customer and then joined this movement as a social entrepreneur and have had incredible success. Alan, are you there?
I am. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, Alan, I want to thank you for taking time to be with us today. And I'm just going to jump right in. And I'd like to ask you, how did you and Nicole learn about this company and how the products impacted your family's health?
Well, actually, Josh, we first learned about these products 19 years ago. At the time, I was a police officer with the California Highway Patrol, and I was a little skeptical. Okay, maybe a lot skeptical. And my wife, Nicole, was suffering from a multitude of different health challenges. The doctors had prescribed many different medications, but they weren't able to help her, and she hated the side effects, and so did I. We also tried many quote-unquote natural products out there over many months and even years, but nothing helped there either. She finally convinced me we really had nothing to lose by giving Neolife a try, so we got started.
Well, let me ask you, Alan, did anything change at that point for you guys?
Well, I soon noticed that I didn't need my 6 cups of coffee just to get through the day. But the best part was how the products drastically improved my wife Nicole's health. As I mentioned, she was struggling with a lot of health challenges and had tried many other products with no real measurable results. So when I saw her going from being tired all the time with constant aches and pains, just struggling to sleep at night and dealing with other things too, like hormonal imbalances, bad mood swings, and different digestive issues, to becoming this happy, healthy woman that I had married many years earlier, needless to say, I was pretty excited. And after they helped our family, we couldn't help but share with some other family and friends that were in need. And many of them have now also been using the products for about 19 years as well.
Wow, that's awesome. I love the stories of hearing how these products are changing and really and transforming people's health. But what led to you guys deciding to go from being a customer all those years to becoming a promoter of this wellness club?
Well, if you fast forward about 15 years or so from that point when we first got started using the products, we had taken them faithfully every day for those 15 years. And I had moved on from being a police officer to becoming the CEO of a real estate development company in California. I was making a great income, Josh, and my life probably looked amazing from the outside looking in. But the reality was I was traveling a lot. I was working a lot. I was feeling an incredible amount of stress, not able to spend as much time with my wife and our 6 children as I had always desired. I was missing a lot of family time and several of our children's activities as well. And to a certain degree, I just felt a little trapped.
Well, what changed for you guys?
Well, when I learned about Neolife's new online wellness club that you had mentioned and that 3 for free customer referral program and this launch into the North American market, I looked into the business opportunity. And I got very excited because I already knew how great the products were. I knew they were filling a real need in the marketplace, like you mentioned earlier. And I also knew that very few people had even heard of Neolife here in North America. So I quickly realized that starting a Neolife business at this point in history is like being one of the first people to join, say, for example, like a company like Google, except there aren't those major risks associated with the typical startup, which, as you shared, have a very slim chance of surviving. I knew Neolife was a debt-free company. I knew they were established in over 50 countries around the world. But I also recognize the first mover's advantage that we all have here in North America currently.
Absolutely. Well, what's been your experience so far?
Well, Nicole and I feel this business has truly been a godsend for our family. And in the first 16 months of building our business part-time, because again, I had my full-time job running my company, and she had her own full-time job as a busy homeschool mother of 6, we were able to build our Neolife business to a 6-figure income level, which, by the way, Josh, that's, as you know, it's residual income, a 6-figure residual income. And that's a key factor to me. While enjoying the company paying for our all-exclusive paid vacations to Hawaii, they sent us to Cancun, they sent us to breathtaking estate winery in Northern California. And now we're excited and rapidly building towards a 6-figure per month income, Josh. And we're really excited about this because in this particular business, unlike my experience in corporate America over the years, this is the only way we know the only way we are able to build a 6-figure per month or a 7-figure per month business for that matter is to help a lot of other people succeed as well. And the best part about this whole thing is that none of this is achieved without impacting people's lives on a very personal level like I've never experienced before in any other business. And Nicole and I just love that.
Well, besides the health benefits and the income and the travel, are there any other benefits that you've experienced?
I get to wake up each day when I'm done sleeping. I excitedly begin my day doing something incredibly meaningful, impactful. And I love getting to build this business with my best friend, my wife, and our children. And I also greatly value getting to take our children along on this entrepreneurial journey with us and all the many things that they get to learn through the process. It's incredible.
It is. Well, Alan, we have people on this webinar that are from all across North America. And so I'm curious, in your experience, are there any geographical limitations to building this business?
That's one of my favorite parts, Josh. You can build this business anywhere you have access to cell phone service. In fact, my wife, Nicole, and I were able to build our business to a full-time income those first 16 months, living in a very, very remote town of only 2,500 people in northeastern Washington state. That, according to an ABC News report, was the poorest town in the state of Washington.
Well, let me ask you this, though, Alan. What if somebody says, well, I'd be open to this, but questions whether they have adequate knowledge or experience to succeed in this business?
Well, I had a similar question. As I mentioned, I have a background in law enforcement and real estate, and I'd never been in sales before. So what did I know about nutrition or sales in general? Nothing. But the reality is that the company provides a simple success system with tools and training that anyone can follow if they're just coachable and teachable. And in this business, what we've experienced over the past 4 years now is the only reason a person won't succeed is if they just don't show up and they don't put in the effort. They certainly won't fail from a lack of support or know-how.
Well, what would you say to someone who says, well, this all sounds great, but I don't have the time to devote to this?
Well, that's probably the most common objection that we hear. And again, I can completely relate with feeling like time is such a limited commodity. I was on 100 flights a year, managing a business that was doing roughly $40 million a year in revenue. We had many employees, plenty of challenges. And my wife, as I mentioned, had her own full-time job homeschooling our 6 children. So needless to say, we were busy before Neolife. Yeah. But what I came to realize is that because we all have the same 24 hours in a day, none of us are without good excuse, none of us are with good excuse. At the end of the day, I feel we should ask ourselves, and I did this, if I keep investing the same 24 hours doing what I'm presently doing, will I end up where I want to be, say, 5 years from now? And speaking of time, it's not as much about quantity of time like it is in other businesses as it is about investing a few hours a week consistently and following the 3 daily success habits that you'll learn in this business. And I think it would shock some of those on this webinar to learn just how much money others are making, even just investing, say, 5 to 10 hours a week building this business. It's incredible.
It is. Well, Alan, I have one final question for you. Some
Sure.
of our listeners are no doubt saying, well, I don't know that I could do this because I'm not a salesperson. What would you say to that?
Well, as you heard earlier, my background isn't in sales either. I've found that most people that are successful business owners with Neolife aren't your typical salespeople. And that's not to say salespeople don't succeed, because they do as well. But this is just what we found. In fact, Josh, as you know, many are introverts like myself naturally. And it really just boils down to this. Is the person willing to care about others? Are they coachable? And do they have a strong desire to succeed? If they possess these 3 things, they can, and I believe they will, as myself and so many others are currently doing, succeed as a business owner with Neolife.
I agree, Alan. Well, thank you so much for taking time to join us and share your story with us.
My pleasure, Josh. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, as we wrap up, please allow me to address the 3 final questions that may still be on your mind. And the first is, are the products affordable? Yes and yes, but let me prove it to you. The one product that everyone needs is Pro Vitality, which contains 4 different products, including a multi-in-one convenient package for less than $2 a day. That's less than a cup of coffee, yet it provides a foundation for good nutrition at the cellular level by filling the biggest links in our diet today. It's been clinically proven in major clinical trials to deliver results. For example, the fruit and vegetable product's been proven by USDA researchers to boost immunity by 37% in just 20 days. I mean, who doesn't want that, right? The omega-3 product in there is the first complete omega-3 tested for over 200 toxins and clinically proven to reduce inflammation by 68%. Now, that's one of the 2 evil twins of aging. So that's going to do a lot for you. But these incredible results and many others have been published in some of the most respected scientific journals. And these powerful nutrients support head to toe benefits, including abundant energy, heart health, healthy brain function, flexible, healthy joints, clear vision, youthful skin, hair and nails, just to name a few. At Neolife, all of our products are designed and backed by a scientific advisory board of world-renowned scientists, doctors, and nutritional experts. And they undergo rigorous testing to ensure safety, efficacy, and the superior quality that we've been delivering for over 60 years. Plus, they're beyond organic, and Neolife uses only GMO-free ingredients. Most people will start with the breakfast pack, which contains a box of Pro Vitality, which in fact I have sitting right here at my desk. Don't like to go anywhere without that. And a delicious nutrient-rich meal replacement shake. In fact, I had that earlier this morning and after my workout. You'll discover that you actually save money on your food budget while starting your day on the right foot. So the next question that you may be asking is, well, are business startup costs reasonable? Well, let me let you decide. You can start your business for less than $100 and then select your personal health pack. However, most people choose one of our business kits that sets you up in business with all 3 product lines and puts you on a fast track to success. The business kits range from around $500 to up to $2,000, depending on which U.S. or Canada market and which kit you get, which will allow you to save even more and earn a check your first month in business. Now, I recommend you talk with the person who invited you, and they can help you make the decision that best supports your vision, your goals. Now, keep in mind that all of our products are backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. That's what I refer to as business ownership without business risk. I love it. Now, finally, before I close, I'd like to address the final question that perhaps is still lingering on your mind. Can we really end the trend, and can you make good money at the same time? So to answer this question, let me share with you the power of one. I'll never forget when I learned this concept as a teenager. After discovering it, I had a complete paradigm shift, and it changed my view of everything, including business, finance, and even ministry and nonprofits. All of a sudden, my vision for the positive impact that I could make with my life increased exponentially. I'll try to explain very quickly. First, let me ask you a question. If I offered you $1 million today or 1 penny doubled for 30 days, which would you choose? I hope you said a penny doubled, because in 30 days, you'd have over $5 million. Now, for a moment, let's just assume that you're ready to join our mission to end the trend, and you decide to share it with just 1 person a month, and each person does the same for only 1 year. Guess how many people you would reach? Well, in January, it'd be you plus 1 person, so that makes 2. But watch how it begins to multiply and duplicate. By the end of the year, you would have helped 4,096 people enjoy better health. That's over 4,000 families protecting their health while helping us to further our mission to end the trend of sickness. Now let's take a look at how much would you earn. An average customer uses 100 products or purchase volume points a month, which is a way that we measure our sales or the sales in our business. Now, keep in mind, a family would use much more. A family the size of ours, even more than that. But what if we just use a conservative figure? So let's say 100 points for the whole family. And so we'll multiply that times 4,096 families. So we end up with over 400,000 PV per month. But let's cut that in half just to be very conservative. In fact, let's cut it in half again just to be extremely conservative. In that case, you'd be doing just over 100,000 PV a month in sales. So the average income at that level would be over 100,000 per year. And remember, you only personally enrolled just 12 business builders all year. But that would put you in the top 8% of income earners in the United States. Now, obviously, this doesn't happen overnight. And so since you're just getting started, let's take a look at a model that's achievable in an average part-time basis, so a part-time income of over $1,000 a month. It's really just 2 steps. So you ready? First is find 12 customers. And then second, find 3 promoters and help them do the same. So on average, at this level, you'd earn over $1,000. Now, $1,000 isn't a lot, but $1,000 could put you in a different zip code. It could help you pay off debt. It could help you save, retire early. And the kicker here is that it's $1,000 in residual income. What does that mean? Residual income is what some people refer to as beach money, meaning you do one-time work and you continue to get paid on it month after month after month, even while you're vacationing on the beach or sleeping in for that matter. And because these products deliver results and have for over 60 years, many of your customers will end up as customers for life, meaning every time they order, you get paid. Now, there, of course, are other ways you could earn residual income. You could decide to invest in rental property. If you invest a minimum of between $150,000 to $200,000 in an average market in the U.S., you could earn $1,000 a month. Now, maybe that's chump change for some, but most people don't have that kind of money just lying around to invest. And don't forget, you still have to deal with a renter living in your investment. Trust me, I know, been there, done that, and have the scars. Or you could choose to join our mission to end the trend of sickness by filling real needs in your community while creating financial freedom at the same time. I believe the next 5-10 years will be some of the most exciting periods in our company's 61-year history as we continue the momentum and build Neolife into a household name here in North America. The need has never been greater in our communities for these scientifically proven health solutions that Neolife provides. I know firsthand because, as I shared earlier, I witnessed these products turn my mother's health around 26, coming up on 27 years. My mother went from very poor health due to missing several organs in a sledding accident as a teenager to today being the very picture of health, now in her mid-60s as she runs 10K road races and even recently a half marathon race. I can assure you that all 10 of us children and her grandchildren are so grateful that somebody cared enough about our family to share these products with us, even though at the time we said we weren't interested because we just didn't know what we didn't know. If you decide to join us as a social entrepreneur, I look forward to hearing similar stories of how your business has impacted lives like it has our family. There is nothing more satisfying than knowing that every dollar that you make represents someone's health being improved. What if it took you, let's say, 5 years to earn a 6-figure residual income, like in the first income model I showed you earlier? What would that be worth to you? In the beginning, we discussed how few of us are actually living the North American dream with financial freedom and time freedom. And of those few who are making a great income, remember, most don't have freedom, and even fewer are doing work that they feel is really making a substantial difference. You've probably heard the quote, "Insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results." Let me leave you with this question. If you continue doing what you're doing right now, is there any reason to think that anything is going to change? This poor chap here is about to go to battle with a sword rather than a machine gun. Too often we make the mistake of being too busy to listen to a new idea. So in closing, I'd like to thank you for investing your precious time in learning how you can help us to end the trend of sickness while gaining financial and time freedom for you and your family. Perhaps you've been like me in the past and you thought, if I was just given the right opportunity, I could be a big success. Well, now you've been given that chance. But what you do with it, well, that's entirely up to you. So please get back with the person who invited you and let them know which of these three choices best fits you. A, you might say, let's do it. I'm ready to protect my health and launch my business today. Or maybe you're B and you say, I don't want to earn extra income, or at least not right now, but I do want to try the products. Or maybe you're C and you say, no, thank you. I'm just not interested at this point in my life. Either way, we love you, we appreciate you being here, and you're still our friend, and we value you. But if you do decide to join us in our mission to end the trend, you'll want to schedule the time to attend our upcoming Getting Started training, and I look forward to welcoming you into the Neolife family of business owners. God bless, and I hope you make this a super, ultra awesome, fantastic week. I look forward to meeting you.